and 2 floats.
Kind of a bad time of day for fishing for me.
Hey, what's up, Connect? Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go.
Although when I first got out here, I threw my pole in and caught one right away. So I was like, oh.
I'm gonna go down here to the left. Certainly, once it gets like past midnight, a lot of times, in my experience at least, it slows down.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go left too.
I think I'm gonna start at that spot that I showed you a long time ago with the circle, not the half circle of reeds. I'll be able to tell pretty quick if this spot, especially once it hits morning, if this spot is gonna be like pretty good or not. How you doing, Dick? Connect.
You talking that had that little white dock in it?
Mm-mm. No, we could go back there too. This is the spot I showed you the first time you tried to play the game. It's like a little beach,
It's
and
got like a
to the left it has that like half circle with reeds in it.
oh. Oh, okay, and then but I mean behind you is like a fire pit type thing or a grill.
Oh, yeah. You're right. I've actually never noticed that.
Situational awareness, man. So how what depth are you going? I'm at 80, but I didn't put it in yet.
Yeah, I think I started my worms on 70, and my bread's gonna go at like 40, right? Because I do worms real close to where I'm standing, so I can maneuver it a little easier. You got to be careful with your like your main pole. If you put it too far to the right, like outside of this little half circle area, you can get on some pretty big fish. That happened to me last night. It was like too heavy for me to pull in. I mean, not last night. The last time we played this here. But if you kind of stay inside the imaginary half circle. Yeah, Connect, I'm doing okay. I'm glad you're doing well. I wasn't even planning on streaming this morning, but I went to bed early last night and decided to get on this morning for a little while.
Have you recovered from last night's
Yeah,
festivities?
I think so.
Yeah, that was a hard. I was watching it. You know when you see them, like the kick get missed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, by Alabama, you're sitting here going, okay, all the cards are playing for Georgia, but
Mm-hmm.
they just couldn't move the ball at that second
Nah,
half.
offense was really just got stale.
But like that guy said, was that the first year that this coach was coaching?
Second.
Second. So,
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing that's weird is, man, my laptop is so hot right now.
Oh, yeah?
Like, it is. Yeah, I got it a little.
Is it in your lap, or do you have it on a desk or table or something?
Oh, I have it on my desk.
Yeah.
But I probably need to make sure it's got plenty of air, and the problem is I still kind of have my other peripherals kind of attached to it. Or not attached to it, but around it.
Yeah.
Make sure there's plenty of breathing. Which I don't know how I'm going to have happen. Yeah, I was a little too close. This thing runs hot,
Yeah.
but I'm sure most laptops when they're playing games do.
Uh-huh.
So last night when I was waiting, I decided to get back on Fishing Planet, but it was on my PS4. And I was catching fish like crazy, but yeah, this game's getting me hooked a little bit here. It's like, yeah, but I'm not leveling up anything. Like, I've fallen into the trap.
Uh, I'm not catching anything on my bread, but my worm is really performing well.
Yeah, that's what I've been using as worm.
I think I'm going to buy a bottom feeder setup next. Is that what you're planning on doing too?
Yeah, I want to try that, yeah.
And then after that, I'm going to get a shovel so I can start getting my own worms. It's ridiculous to... I mean, we can go get free worms, but might as well start leveling that up.
This game is a nice laptop game, though.
Yeah.
I mean, but honestly, all I've been playing is this or WoW, and everything else has been on my PS4, so...
Yeah, that's true. Still having your PS4 helps with...
Oh, totally. How do I see who's around me? Q?
Mm-hmm. I'm guessing it's just going to be you and me, but...
I don't even see you on my thing.
Wait, what? Yeah, if you hit play... Oh. Interesting. Are we on a different server? We are in the same spot, right?
I think so. Like you said, behind us is that, oh, what do you call it? The grill? Campfire?
Oh, when you say campfire, do you mean like the main camp?
No.
Okay, okay.
I went left.
Yeah, left. Yeah, we've got to be at the same spot, but...
Yeah, this must be different servers.
What? Who? Do you see anyone in your position with you?
Yeah, I've got... Orphan, Victory, Luzon, and Vladimir 4767.
Oh, okay. Man. Well, I'm going to log out and log back in a minute then. And see if I can figure out which server to get on.
I got Vladimir the Impaler. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that luck. I mean, can you put points in luck? I mean, that luck is always bottom. Like it. I've never seen that thing even have a
Hey,
yellow.
I caught something on the spin line over here. Just a little perch or something? Yeah, a little perch.
Did you cast straight out or kind of close to the?
I cast like to the right of the edge of that half circle of reeds, kind of towards that other grassy area.
Okay.
And then just jig step it back. I've gotten a lot better at spinning. I mean, I've been doing spinning nonstop for the last like 2 days on my main account.
Let me that one. Do a little spin action.
All right. I'm gonna log out and log back in. See, mine's on automatic. What's yours on? Do you know?
Automatic what?
It's game server selection.
Oh, I don't know. I'll tell you in a minute when I...
Well, you'd have to log out. Here, let me just try going into server 1 that's the most populated, and I'll see if that's where you are. I guess we need to both choose one. I mean, choose one of the servers. We don't have to choose one, but... I thought if you had it on automatic, it automatically puts you in the most populated one. But unless you have a specific server selected, that apparently didn't work for us this time.
I mean, I mean, was it an option to choose at the beginning? I think
Mhm.
it said automatic. It's that top thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it said automatic.
Okay. No, I'm full. Seriously. Thank you. It was good. It was just too much. Not for me. No, it's good. Thank you. I love you.
Just fatten you up for Thanksgiving, man.
Seriously. You're going to roast me. Feed the hungry.
And I can't even get a jig step going on this thing. I need to go buy a different lure.
I no longer hold the fishing pole at an angle. I kind of hold it straight out towards where I'm reeling in from, and I can still get
That's
that
how
jig step.
I always did it.
Yeah.
Like in the other game.
Yeah. No, I think that's probably the better way. All right. Yep, I'm on your server now. I see you, and I see Vladimir the Impaler, and Orphan, and
Poor
Victory.
Vladimir. Probably some really nice guy.
Yeah. Oh, I always forget that. Anytime you log out, even if it's just for a second, you've got to adjust your depth. All right, welcome back. This is M-Dog. We're continuing our long-form YouTube series as we play alongside Artrex here at Mosquito Lake. And right, what'd you say?
Word.
Word.
I was acknowledging my existence.
Thank you for acknowledging your existence. I'm going to 45 centimeters on the bread. Got about 70, I think, on the worm still. We're doing a little bit of spinning, a little bit of float fishing. We're actually just trying to catch a few fish so we can have enough silver to get our first bottom feeder. I'm going to try to primarily pursue spinning on this account. However, we'll have some other things going on just to have a more consistent supply to fuel the engine. So how many fish have you caught? How's it going? Are you getting some consistency?
I actually caught something on my spinner.
Man, I wish you were streaming.
Well, it ain't happening now.
That's true. Perch, chub. Those are the two most likelies from this location, I would say.
He got off. Oh, that's a bunch of crap.
So we don't know what it is.
Okay, I'm mad because I had him the whole way. He got up to the shoreline.
And then did you hit both mouse buttons together to pull him up?
No, I didn't know I had to do that.
What did you do? What were you going to do?
I just kept reeling him in. That's what you do in the other game. You just keep reeling in.
Well, yeah, keep reeling in, but then at some point when he's really close, you just hold left and right mouse button together, and you'll lift him up out of the water and grab him. Now,
I mean, I was doing the pull back thing like, you know, you do your...
Yeah. Right mouse button?
Yeah.
Honestly, if you can reel something in without touching your right mouse button until you're pulling him out of the water, that is a safer way to go. Now, the reality is, in really big fights with heavy fish, strong fish, you're going to have to use that right mouse button some.
Well, yeah, you got to wear them out.
Yeah, but you can wear them out without using the right mouse button. Like, you can just move your mouse so that you're holding back and putting that bow in your pole. The more you hit the right mouse button, the more chance there is that they're going to escape. It's a risk reward button. The more tired the fish is, the more freedom you should feel to hit that right mouse button. But early in the fight, especially, it's just a little risky. People still do it, and it's
Yeah, but that right in real fishing, when you yank back,
yeah,
that's what it's doing.
Yeah,
that's setting the hook.
Well, if you want to set the hook initially, that's one thing. I'm talking about during the whole fight and pulling in of the fish.
So do you think maybe I like in reality state, maybe I yanked the hook out of his mouth? Like
you totally could have. You could have, but the other thing is, we're also low-level fishermen that don't have many skill points in our fishing yet. So that's just going to
I don't
happen
have any
sometimes. Yeah. So, I mean, because one of the things you're getting from putting skill points in is control of the fish, which is exactly what just happened, you know? So,
Yeah, I lost it.
yeah.
I hear them frogs everywhere.
Yeah, dude. If we had fly bait, you just set your hook at about 30 centimeters, so really shallow, and you can catch frogs.
Have you caught one?
I've never done it. Never caught one.
Or
So
have you tried?
a couple times. Not enough, though.
They got to be probably pretty close to the shoreline.
Oh, yeah. No, you're right. It's right up next to the shoreline. I've caught some rare things in this game. And frogs aren't that rare, but, you know, they're a little rare. Frogs is just one that I haven't caught. But, like, when we get to Old Berg, I've had some pretty good luck with catching eels. And eels are a little hard to come by. But you get huge money in XP for eels. It's fun. I guess this I just thrown in the water. So, let's see, what lure am I using? I'm using the... Oops. I'm using the Siberia Icon Fat, the yellow one, the S003. And it's getting a little late though, so I think we should switch to a darker lure. I'm going to go to the blue fat. I'm going to get a little blue fat going. I've learned so much more about spin fishing since we last did this. I feel like I should say forget everything I've ever said before about spin fishing. You probably...
After playing the other game, I wasn't totally buying what you were telling me.
Yeah, you probably knew more than I did.
Well, if this is kind of based on the other game, that's not really what... But all right, you know more about this game than I do.
Well, and I have to remember, like, all of my spin fishing at this point, the majority of it has been at Kiori Lake. And so what I've gotten good at is actually not just spin fishing in general, but I'm good at fishing for specific fish at Kiori Lake. And some of that will translate to other places, but some of it may not.
Yeah. It's getting dark. I think I'm going to go back to bobbers.
Oh, I've got bobbers in the water the whole time.
I don't. Too much.
Too much.
I'm a single pole guy.
Well, I'm glad you at least got that experience of having something on your line there.
I think I just maybe need to do some different lures. Like, I feel like I'm using that beginner lure.
Uh-huh.
And I noticed you said you really weren't having a lot of success with that one.
Yeah, I think going to the second one's better. What's really going to help you is going to the second map. But yeah, I went to the blue one, the second one. I got the blue one first. I think I got that one first because I looked on the records board, and I saw that that blue one was catching some stuff. Then somebody
Which is really weird, as they say, at least in the other game, they're like, you like silver and gold, like gold, just for refraction of the light. Like they're able to see it a little bit better.
Yeah, I
think blue would be a good one.
I think at least what I've heard people talk about in my chat channel that seem to be like people that fish in real life is that during the day you want things that are bright, that are going to refract the light and reflect. So the silvers and golds are just like the light colors, the reflective colors. And at night you want dark colors that look more natural. If there's something too bright at night, it doesn't look natural to the fish. And so you want something that still has that shape and the glimmer, but you don't want something that's going to be unnatural looking. And then sort of every scenario in between you kind of adjust from there. But that's just like in general. I mean, I've certainly used bright lures in the evening and caught fish, and I've used really dark lures at night and caught fish. I think that's just like a general rule.
Yeah.
Fishing gets so slow at night, I may just reel this, do one more spin here, and then I may just go check orders, just see like what kind of progress I'm making, and I don't know, I might buy some maggots or something just to have another bait option. Especially getting close to getting that feeder line, it would be nice to have something besides just worm and bread. I just have this feeling I'm not going to catch anything on my spinning reel right now at night.
I'm not really getting any bites on my...
Yeah, I'm not either. On my bobbers either. I'm pulling it all out of the water.
I got a little nibble.
Nice.
I've been sitting here for a while.
Yeah. And we can
How
move.
far are you into level 6?
I am level 7, almost 7.5.
Oh. Yeah, but you got pulls going like crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Take me a lot longer. The old Chinese sleeper.
That's a good one. If it's high enough to be value.
Yeah, I noticed just because you catch one don't mean you get money for her.
Gotta have that green check mark on it.
Yep.
There's a Chinese sleeper order right now. If it's between 20 and 84 grams, you need 3 of them.
How do I check what's in my keep or my?
C.
What is it?
If it's a Chinese sleeper between 20 and 84 grams,
What if it's over that?
you're not gonna be able to do this order with it, but it'll
It's got
be.
check marks on all 3 of them.
All of them are heavier than that.
Yeah, 140 gram, 110 gram, 102 gram.
I mean, that just means you'll get decent silver for them, but this order isn't for undersized Chinese sleepers, it looks like.
Is there anything for perch?
Oh, I can tell you. Hold on. Perch, yes. We've got 2 orders for perch. One of them you need 5 between 50 and 224.
Okay, I got 4 of them. Okay.
And the other one you need 7 between basically 1 kilogram and 1.6 kilograms.
Oh, so big guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I almost have that order filled, but I'm not catching any perch anymore. So.
Yeah, I think we need to move spot. Well, actually, let's see how the spot does first thing in the morning. And then we can maybe find a different spot if it's not. All right, baits. What am I going to buy? The problem is just, we're still at this map making the kind of money we are. Baits are kind of expensive when you only have this much silver. Let's see what I can get, though. I guess maggots are only 30 maggots for 2 silver for 2.4 silver. It's probably the only thing I would buy at this point. Casters are out of stock. Yeah, I'm gonna get 1 thing of maggots. Also need to make sure I've got enough bread, I guess. Yeah. We gotta work on crafting at some point, but let's focus on getting our bottom feeders first. Alright, so you want me to come back to that spot? It's just
Sure.
freaking 116.
What not even a nibble. Let me grab that sucker.
I'm throwing over kind of only like if right behind you. There's that log in the water on the other
Let me
side.
ask you a question. How much did you say for the bottom feeder? Like,
I think it's like 61 for the whole setup for the starter bottom feeder.
okay,
And that's the cheapest spin reel, the cheapest bottom feeder rod, pretty cheap line.
they're starting to bite now.
Make sure you use mono line on your bottom feeder because it's got to be pretty invisible since it's just sitting there. Like on spinning, you can use braided line because it's moving, you're reeling it in, but
Plus, you want a stronger line. Usually
yeah, absolutely. A lot of people use leaders on their bottom feeders, but I don't. I just go naked.
What is a leader?
Leader, you definitely want to use a leader on your spinning rod. It's that steel line that protects from a pike just cutting your line in half. But on a
they bite it.
But on a bottom feeder, I can, the bait I'm using, I usually don't get pike, and so I just kind of take the chance on bottom feeders. Only thing you would lose is your hook and your sinker and a little bit of line.
I get what you're saying. Well, I think on my spin, at least it kind of made you get one at first. Like,
yeah, it definitely has the spot for it. I think it's optional, but let's see if it's optional. I'll take mine off.
See, all that stuff makes sense to me now. After playing this game, like, we sell fishing supplies at our store.
Uh-huh.
And I was looking at them the other day after we've been playing these things, and I've been like, okay, now that's why you use that. I always wondered what the hell there's so many different things for.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay, it's a little hook, little mouth, big hook, big mouth. All right, here we go. All right. Getting it.
So with these little light lures, I'm not able to hold the pole the way I normally do. I still have to kind of go back to an angle to actually get that jig step going.
Yeah, that last lure I was using, I never was hitting bottom. I don't know what the deal was. Maybe I need to let it sit there for a couple minutes and float down.
Yeah. Maybe so. Maybe these lures are just really light. Like this one is, you're using that first one, which I can tell you, that first one is 13 grams. It's actually heavier. The one that I'm using is only 9 grams. That should be heavy enough to sink, though. I don't know.
Yeah.
Finally, I got the jig step going right at the end as I'm pulling it up onto the beach. Night fishing just gets so dead. I haven't caught a single thing on my float or my.
I've caught 3. I'm over here in that little.
Yeah, I guess I'll come back over there. Still catching them mostly on worms or bread?
Worms.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm not even in the right place. I got to come further down.
It's not super lively, but
yeah.
I have been catching.
And you still like it 70 centimeters kind of thing?
Yeah, around in there, 74, I think.
Okay. Let me try. I'm gonna try maggots on my bamboo for just a minute here. See if we can get something on there.
Guess this guy's kind of big. He didn't want to pull in. Got a chub. I don't know if I've ever caught a chub before.
Yeah, and you can catch those on the spinning as well. They're kind of more of a predator fish, but
yeah, he didn't want to pull up. I had to walk off the beach a little bit to get him in.
So he's a little bigger. It's caught a perch on spinning. That's nice. Once you have a fish on your line, though, don't ever point your fishing pole at the fish on spinning. It's just because it's too easy for the fish to get slack in the line, and that is...
Oh, no, I always go sideways.
Yeah, go sideways, go back, so you've got that tension, constant tension.
Yeah, but see, like in the other game... you're reeling in, and then you yank back, and you kind of hold it back until he's like fighting, and he's fighting, and then he'll kind of give up a little bit, and then you get that slack, and then you reel in really quick, and works pretty good. I don't know. I was kind of trying to get that one guy, and I don't know if it was working. Well, it was working all right until I got straight. Went to get him out, and He's like, uh-oh, I'm about to die. I'm out.
Laters.
I see this guy. I don't need a lip.
That's gross. All right. 4 a.m. We could see a pickup here. Pickup of action.
Been getting a lot of Chinese sleepers.
Hey, what's up, Zab?
Ooh, weekly record perch 2.325 kilo.
So like a 4.5 pound perch.
Sure fish a lot. I do need to go run and get my new glasses here pretty soon. How
Sounds
long are you
good.
going to be on this morning?
I'm not exactly sure. I might be on for a while.
Okay. I'll be gone about an hour.
Okay. I'll switch over to my main account while you're gone, just so I don't keep getting ahead.
Yeah, you're gonna power level.
I got a
me
white
anyway.
brim over here, dude.
Yeah, I saw that. In this little hole
Yeah.
we're in?
Yeah.
I haven't had a nibble here.
What a worm. You're only here for a moment, about to go home from work in a few minutes. Sounds good, Zab. Thanks for stopping by.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Thanks.
Looks like a chub. Yeah. The chub are really biting today. It's weird. Or in the last little while. We've got an unusual amount of chub coming in.
It's weird because all I'm getting is Chinese sleepers.
So you might be able to fill that order, huh? Are some of them undersized?
What was that again? They're under 85, right?
Yeah, it was under, or maybe under 99 grams, or something like that. Or maybe it was 80 something. I don't know.
Everything's over 100. I got 192.
Well, if nothing else, you'll get decent money for all those Chinese sleepers. If you
Okay,
catch.
so what is this when you're looking at them? It says
Woo!
35 minutes, 98%.
Yeah, you don't want them going under 50% freshness. They won't sell for as much at the cafe. All right, dude. I've got for this starter set. I've got a good sized fish on my spinner. He's like pulling my line out. I wore him out though. It just looks like a perch.
Oh, you're spinning again?
Oh, I've been spinning the whole time. I'm doing both. 784 grams. It's a good sized fish. I tell you, it felt like a monster on this little starter spinning set, though. By the way, I'm not sure what word is better to use, work or job, or does it mean the same? Yeah, it means the same. You can use both words the same. However, it's probably a little more common for someone to say, I'm going to my job, or I have to do work, if that makes sense. But sometimes people still will say, I'm going to work. That's pretty common too. So you really can use those two words interchangeable, but job is more of a noun always. Work can be a noun or a verb. If that makes sense, Sam. I feel like, I don't know, I may have enough perch pretty soon to finish one of those orders. I just feel like we're not that far away from being able to go purchase our bottom line, but I don't want to be impatient. Maybe we just wait till you get back.
Okay.
I don't know.
I might have enough points. I don't know if I have 60. I have 39, almost.
Oh, you've got more to get than I do. I mean, you had spent more, I guess, recently, right?
I haven't really. Well, I bought the spinning reel, but that was a while ago.
Oh, okay.
I just don't have 3 lines running like you do.
That's true.
Which I probably
How many
should.
fish do you have in your net? You at least should have 2. Like, I mean, yeah, you could do like
I
one.
got 15.
Okay. I've only got 18, so you're doing pretty good today.
I'd like to catch something on this.
I'm about to take my bread line out of the water. Like, it is literally pointless. I have not caught anything on this bamboo pole, and it's actually just hard to get to anyway. I'm taking it out. I'm just gonna focus on spinning in one bobber right now. Because spinning has been okay. I probably need to switch back to a lighter lure. I'm gonna go back to that yellow one, I think. It's so weird to me that I caught a white brim in this spot. There are some pretty decent brim spots around this lake, but I'm not used to catching them right here. Yeah, we may not have enough to get our bottom feeder yet. I mean, silver comes slower than you realize at this lake. Lots of chub. I'm down to 6 worms. I'm either going to have to buy worms, buy a shovel, or go back and get more free worms. Yeah, I think because it's now morning, like, I feel like this spot is picking up again, at least for me.
Yeah.
It's not normally like a great thing to get perch, like they're not necessarily a big money fish or anything, but with that order, I'm kind of okay with it. Make sure I complete that perch order. Fish are killing these worms right now, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm doing good on them too.
Mostly perch is what I'm catching. Caught a couple sleepers, but... Alright, I'm gonna go back to that tiny spoon. That first spoon. Personal record, longest cast 20 meters. Well, that record won't hold for long.
So I'm assuming today was weekly reset?
Why is that? Oh, that was a
Well,
personal
all these-
record
Oh.
for me. Oh, you're saying all the like weekly records that are being set? I think it reset yesterday. Cuz I think yesterday when I was playing, all of a sudden a bunch of weekly records came and somebody in chat said that they had been reset, but so yeah, it's still early enough in the week that you'll see a good bit. Oh, there we go. Something small, but I'll take it. On my spinner. Little perch. So that was on the Express Fishing Tiny Spoon 12. Did you get the 12 too, or did you get another number on that
I don't remember.
starter lure? Okay.
Feel like I bought another one, but I'm not sure. You caught one on the 12 though?
Yeah. You see how big that perch is I just pulled in?
Yeah.
That was on the bobber though. I don't know that perch might have broke my line on my spinning set. I'm not sure if I could have pulled him or not. So somebody else just caught a silver brim here.
All right, quit playing with the worm. Take him.
Yeah. Seriously. Yeah, dude. This spot is killing it right now. This is my last worm that I'm throwing in the water right now.
Still got 86 of them. Do you
What?
get worms when you go to that one
Yeah.
place?
A fish got on my dadgummit, my spinner, and then it came off. Yes, you do. Have you been back there a couple times?
Yeah, I try to go there every day.
That's smart.
I try to wait until I'm completely hungry to go, or pretty low, and then I go get that food.
And then head to the other place too. I am out of bait. I tell you what though, I'm gonna switch to maggots so that I don't have to leave during this hot fishing time right now. What's up, friggin' Barney? Good morning to you. So what time do you have to leave, dude? There we go. Boom. That whatever it is, hit it hard. All right.
Ooh, this is a big fish. Well, guess he looked bigger coming out of the water. Probably here in the next 10, 15 minutes.
Okay.
Probably.
But you'll be back on in an hour, you think?
Yeah. I just got to go pick him up.
Okay. Are you good if we
I
just...
still have yet to hit bottom on this. What did you say?
Are you good if we just keep doing what we're doing and working on these characters?
Oh yeah, dude. You
Awesome. Oh! That was on my spinning rod, dude. 1.09 kilogram perch. That was such a good fight, man. I wish you could have had that experience.
I'm not having any good experience. I'm gonna check my lure, but I don't know why. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
See, and I'm using the Tiny Spoon 12, the last two fish I've caught, which is that really cheap, first line of lures. But the 12 seems to be working good. Now, it's a really bright lure, and it is a really sunny day right now, so that might be why. But
Wow, this perch looks different than any of the other perches. He's got a big old fin on him. He was a 142 XP pointer.
Zab's like, so do you have the fishing artifact yet? Wrong game, Zab.
Yes, I do. In the other game, I sure do, and it's almost completely leveled out. Should be over there playing that, huh?
Oh, let's don't start going down that path. That's a path.
Alright, I'm gonna reel this thing in. How do I adjust my speed again?
Mouse wheel with
R.
by holding down R.
I'm gonna go faster to get this thing in here.
So
What do you have your speed set at?
when I'm spinning,
Yeah.
I'll adjust it, but like I'm doing the jig at about 24 typically. Reel one forward.
Okay, I have the Tiny Spoon 12. That's
Good.
what you're using.
Yeah. You should. I mean, I would throw it in the water a couple times. It's really bright outside. Like I feel like it's a good time for that lure.
I keep catching fish on my other one.
I know, man. It's hard
That's
to.
been much more productive right now.
Oh yeah. Now you do. Let's see if I can remember this correctly. You get more experience per fish in terms of leveling up the type of fishing you're doing. The most you get is spinning because I think they recognize that's the slowest form of fishing. The second most is float, and the third most is feeder. So you have to catch more feeder fish to level up your feeding than you do spinning to level up your spinning. I don't know how dramatic of a difference it is, but I think I've got that right.
So bottom fishing, you don't get hardly any experience?
Well, no, it's not. You still get great experience for your overall level, the same. But I'm talking about experience towards leveling up bottom, feeder fishing. You know how each category has its own
Yeah, I got
leveling towards 100%.
So you still doing the 3-second thing?
Oh yeah. In my head, I don't know if it's 3 full seconds, but I count to 3 in my head and then reel.
And what do you do? 1 full turn?
Yeah.
Are you waiting until it hits the bottom though?
Well, yeah. I mean, I will. Mine is hitting the bottom, but
I ain't hitting the bottom.
I'm doing it every 3 seconds or every count to 3 in my head, whether it's hitting the bottom or not. But sometimes it does hit the bottom. Not every time though.
Oh, okay. Oh, hey, God. Okay.
Did you catch something?
Come on in.
Now remember, you might need to adjust your drag. Do you remember how to do that? If it's a big fish, you might need to.
Well, it's not. I'm not pulling.
I start my friction.
Oh, you said hit both things? Okay.
Yeah, to pull it out of the water.
Hello, perch.
See you,
Got an
Zab.
achievement.
Nice, dude. Grats, 443. Good size perch.
I perched him.
Thanks for
See,
stopping by,
that's
Zab.
A lot more exciting than sitting there watching a bobber go up and down.
Oh yeah, dude. No, it is. It's addicting. Honestly, I've just gotten really into the spinning now that I'm having more results.
Yeah. Well, I have noticed the more you do it, the better you get at it, right?
And if we can do it at this lake, you're gonna have a blast once you get to Kiori. Now, I still think you're gonna really enjoy bottom fishing, and bottom fishing is gonna get us through Old Berg. It would be hard to level through Old Berg as much time as we'll have to spend there without, we need to be. That's the other thing we need to do. Like, hey, hit it if you don't have a fish in the water, hit in real quick.
Okay.
We need to be able to make pearl barley. We will, and that's like only one step above, so we can get there. We've got to make bread, and we've got to dig up worms so that we can get to the point of being at 20% on harvesting baits, because pearl barley is so good for targeting the fish that we'll need to target when we get to Old Berg. And if you can't make your own, it's you can't get it. It costs real money to buy it in the store, so you got to make your own or be willing to accept gifts from others. And we're not doing that.
Ooh, personal record. Maximum total weight of the fish. I don't know what that's talking about. This, I guess I got to.
Within 24 hours, you've caught heavier fish than you've ever caught before.
Oh, okay.
All right, so it's now overcast. I'm gonna switch to a like middle color lure here. Actually, this one's not bad. It's got copper and pink on it. I probably should just keep using this. It's either that or the blue. I think I'm gonna stay with this actually. This kind of is my middle color lure.
Gotta jump the gun.
It's like not even noon in game yet, and it feels like it's nighttime. It's so cloudy.
Yeah.
There we go. Man, I love it when it gets on your spinning line.
Alex, I guess, likes Alabama. Is that called Roll Tide?
Yes.
I told her we disowned her last night. I mean, we don't watch college.
Yeah.
I was just rooting for Georgia because they're your group.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Why not? I mean, I have no reason. We can be Georgia fans. We don't care.
Yeah.
I'm from Nebraska, so I should be a Cornhusker, but I gave up on them losers a long time ago. Yeah, they're not losers. They got a new coach, I guess.
They do.
Jack Frost or whatever, so supposed to be get better.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna put this down. Let me see. What rod too far? Pick up my other rod here. Finish off with this. Is it raining?
Yep. Watch your comfort level plummet down.
All right, I think I'm gonna put this one away. Catch this last fish on here. Then I'm gonna go back, see if I filled out any orders.
Yeah, because by the time you get back, some of the orders may have reset, so we definitely need to go look at them.
Ooh, personal record, maximum number of fish caught for one day. Keep the records coming in. Let the bodies hit the floor. Just kidding.
I just caught a pike, dude. If I didn't have a leader on there, it would have been gone. So my spin fishing is up to 4.2%, and my float fishing is...
How many times have you reeled in and not caught anything? Quite a bit at the beginning?
Oh, yeah, on spin fishing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm probably only catching fish like 20% of the time.
At first?
At this point.
Okay, well, like I was... Like, how about first? Was it, like, really low?
Probably lower than that, yeah. But remember, I put points in spinning, like, pretty quick.
Oh, yeah, my Chinese sleeper way off. Whoop. Should have the perch one done. Oh, yeah.
Dude, 30 Silver, who's one of the other guys that streams this game, just caught a 14.6 kilogram Curie char. That's a Curie. That's a big one.
So how come when I select all, I can't sell them? They're all within the grams.
You can only sell the amount that it's wanting for the order. Here, I'm going to come up there too. So you just select the number it asks for.
But it won't. It just keeps...
Hold control.
Oh, control. Gotcha.
So you want to select your lightest ones, because the heavier
okay.
ones will sell for a little more. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. Gotta learn the ways of the Force.
Yes, the ways of the RF Force. I'm just hoping I'm going to be able to complete one of these perch order, or the smaller perch order.
I still can't believe those Chinese sleepers. I was catching such big ones. So, like, how would you catch the smaller ones? Just luck, or do you?
Well, you could do like a smaller hook, and like a tiny hook.
They won't get it.
Yeah, and then it also might be that we were just in a location where the sleepers were a little bigger.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go.
Oh, that was worth almost 10 silver for those perch, dude. That really helps.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I need 2 more common roach. I might hold on to my common roach because when we get back on, I might be able to finish that.
All right, I'm at 58 silver. I just sold everything out of the rest of it. So, all right, I'm gonna go here. Whip.
Oh, let me see what I'm at.
And then I'm gonna stay in chat. I'll just turn my mic off, and I'll be back in a little while.
Yeah, I'm at 82. So we're both pretty close to getting our bottom feeder when you get back on, right?
Yeah.
All right, dude.
All right, I'll be back in a little while.
See you in a little while.
All right, bye.
Bye.